Welcome to the Wellness Lab Digest, where we distill life-changing insights from top wellness experts into bite-sized, science-backed episodes that fit your real life. If you're into quick, practical tools for better health, hit that subscribe button now and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. And don't forget to check the description below for links to our trusted sponsors and ways you can support the show. Now, let's feed your mind and fuel your day. Memory loss and brain aging. Most of us think it's inevitable, but groundbreaking research shows we might have it completely backwards. The secret to keeping our minds sharp could be simpler than we ever imagined.
That's fascinating timing, because I was just reading about Dr. Suzuki's research at NYU, showing how something as basic as movement can actually help our brains grow new cells.
You know what's really mind-blowing about this? The hippocampus, that's our brain's memory center, isn't just this static structure that slowly deteriorates. It's actually incredibly dynamic, constantly capable of creating new neural connections.
Well, that certainly challenges everything we thought we knew about aging and memory. How exactly does that work?
So here's the really exciting part. When we exercise, our bodies release these specific neurochemicals that act like fertilizer for our brain cells. It's almost like giving your brain a natural upgrade. And get this, even a 10-minute walk can trigger these positive changes.
That reminds me of a recent study showing that people who exercise regularly have up to 30% better memory retention than sedentary individuals. But here's what I'm curious about. Why can we remember something from 20 years ago perfectly, but forget what we had for breakfast?
Hmm. That's actually one of the most fascinating aspects of memory. Our brains are wired to prioritize emotionally significant events. Think about it. You probably remember exactly where you were during major world events or personal milestones, right? That's because emotional resonance acts like a memory amplifier.
So if we understand how this works, could we potentially use it to our advantage?
Exactly. And this is where Dr. Suzuki's research gets really practical. She's found that combining physical activity with engaging social interactions creates even stronger memory improvements. Like, dancing classes have shown better results than solo exercise in some cases.
That's incredible, and it explains why activities like group sports or community gardening seem to keep older adults mentally sharp.
Speaking of which, let me share something interesting. Studies show that people who engage in regular physical activity have up to a 50% lower risk of developing dementia. But here's the kicker. You don't need to be a gym rat to get these benefits,
Well, that's certainly encouraging for those of us who, let's be honest, aren't exactly marathon material.
right? And get this. The Mediterranean diet, combined with regular physical activity, has been shown to reduce cognitive decline by up to 35%. It's like a 1-2 punch for brain health.
You know what's really interesting about that? The anti-inflammatory properties of that diet actually help protect brain cells from damage.
And here's something that really surprised me. Stress can actually shrink the hippocampus over time. But, and this is the good news, exercise has been shown to reverse some of that damage. It's like hitting the reset button on stress-related memory problems.
That's fascinating because it suggests we have way more control over our brain health than we previously thought.
Exactly. And the research shows that even people in their 70s and 80s who start exercising see significant improvements in memory and cognitive function. It's literally never too late to start.
So, what would you say are the key takeaways from all this research?
Well, first, we need to stop thinking of memory loss as inevitable. The science shows it's not. Second, even small amounts of physical activity can make a huge difference. We're talking about 150 minutes per week of moderate exercise, which breaks down to just about 20 minutes a day.
That actually sounds pretty manageable when you break it down like that.
And here's the really exciting part. The benefits start immediately. Studies show that just one session of exercise can improve focus and memory for up to 3 hours afterward. It's like giving your brain an immediate boost.
That's something our listeners could literally start implementing today.
Absolutely right. And let me share one final statistic that I find really motivating. People who combine regular exercise with a brain-healthy diet have shown up to 60% better cognitive performance compared to those who do neither. It's not just about preventing decline, it's about actively improving our brain function.
Those numbers really put it in perspective. It's amazing how something as simple as movement can have such a profound impact on our brains.
You know what? I think we're at the beginning of a revolution in how we think about brain health. It's not about accepting decline as we age, it's about taking active steps to keep our minds sharp and our memories strong.
Well, I don't know about you, but this conversation has certainly motivated me to get moving.
Same here. And remember, everyone, your brain is like a muscle. The more you move, the stronger it gets. So let's get out there and give our brains the workout they deserve.
Thanks for tuning in to the Wellness Lab Digest. If this episode helped you, here are 3 quick ways to support the show. 1. Subscribe to stay updated with fresh, body-loving wellness insights. 2. Share this episode with a friend who needs this today. 3. Comment below and tell us what topics you'd love to hear next. Want to do even more? Check the video description for ways to support the show. Stay curious, stay well, and we'll see you in the next episode.